Hi, this is Roland. I'm just going to provide a brief overview, demonstration and a run through of the code for my custom program. So I'll start by running it. It's a tile based sort of endless runner. You can see when I go over these tiles, it'll like set them as visited. I have a fuel system up the top there, as you can see, so I need to collect fuel to restore my fuel back up, otherwise the game will be over. It's also using a sprite sheet system to change the sprites there. And when I run over fuel, it'll give me a power up, so there's a power up system. But the main feature of the game is once you hit a certain point, the camera will start moving, and then it's up to the player to collect as many points by running over the ore sort of things and not running off the screen and not running out of fuel. So that's basically the whole game. It's got a score system up the top. The red ones are worth 1 point and the green ones are worth 3 points. And then when you die, you die when you run off the screen, and so I'll die, and then it will give me my final score. So how it works is, I've split my program up into different header files. So this is the COS10009 one. I'm not actually using this one, I think, but I may be. It's just for math rounding. This one handles every single object in the game. This handles the player. This handles the map generation. This handles the UI elements, and this is just the power up class. It's a very small header file. So firstly, I'll run through the object. Every single object in the game is this type, even the player, which inherits from the object class. And to make sure that I'm not using any methods, there's only the constructor here. To make sure that there's no methods, I've split up every single method, what would be a method, into a function, and most of these will accept an object type. That's the same with the player, except it just inherits from the object and it has extra attributes. The way that it works is that when I draw something, I will draw it with a draw object function, which will call this piece of code here, which will run some animation code that I've written from here. And what this will do is this will take a sprite sheet as defined in COS's library, and it will split it up into different frames. So that's how I achieve all of the images in the game. And all of the updating is done within the update function. This is my culling feature, so the cells will always be perfectly drawn just to fit on the screen exactly. Because of the way that I've written it, it's not very nice on the computer's processor. So I discussed it in my research project how I would make this more efficient, but I'm not going to talk too much about it here. And the camera is controlled with COS's translate feature. So I've hard-coded in 0 because this is the X coordinate, and tracking the Y coordinate, which once the player is a certain position down on the screen, it will trigger tracking and just increment the tracking. And then I do all of the game over checking here to check if the player is off the screen or if the player needs to be dead or not. And that's it. Thanks for watching.